Hi there, and welcome to the Vinegar Syndrome Halfway to Black Friday sale prep. What we're doing today is we're going to be looking at the website. Why is that such a big deal? Because I'm filming this on Monday, May the 20th. When you're watching this, the website is going to be down. So this is a chance to get us looking at the what's going to be available, what's going to be going into print, looking at the numbers, looking at the different partner labels. At a time when it's not going to be accessible to any of us. So you're going to see very little of me. And I mean that in a very literal way. And instead, we're going to be looking at the site, looking at the different titles there, and giving you some recommendations. Got to just move my kitty cat. This is Pixie Oreo, out of the way because she's a daddy's girl and she tries to get up wherever I'm at. Anyway, let's start off with the titles here that are going to be available new during the sale. So these are going to be the full price titles. They will not be the ones that are on sale. Now, that being said, I got asked about the pre-order flash sale that they did for a weekend a while back. So what you should know about that is if I was in Canada, I would 100% have done the pre-order. I always recommend to do the pre-order with the flash sale because here's the thing. Shipping costs. And if you live in Canada, it's $12 for shipping. However, if you live in the United States, it's a little bit less, but there's no free shipping during the sales unless you've done a pre-order for the during the flash sale. Now, again, it has to be stuff you're interested in, but that pre-order means that once that sale happens, when you do your order during the sale, whether it's ordering new stuff or the half-price stuff, whether it be a Vinegar Syndrome title or a partner label, what's going to happen then is basically you are going to have my kitty got her pasta. You are going to have the option to add to existing order, and add to existing order means you're not paying for shipping. That's an extra, if you're in Canada, an extra $12 from an extra movie or two you can put into your cart, or maybe some money you can save for something else. But either way, let's start now and look at the website. As you can see, right out of the gate, we've got the new VSU, and it is Navy SEALs. Now, some people are not excited about this one. I particularly was because I saw this in the theater. It's a fun film, and it's exactly what a VSU, in my opinion, should be. It's for those who know what a VSU is, it means Vinegar Syndrome Ultra, and it deals with a lot of the more kind of like mainstream titles, the more action-oriented titles, the more kind of fun titles. Start off with Beastmaster, and look, we're into Navy SEALs now, so it gives you an idea of the type of films that are coming from that. And I will show you a Vinegar Syndrome Ultra before this video is over, by the way. Feature-wise, this one here is fairly loaded. It's a 2-disc set, a 4K Ultra HD, and a Region A Blu-ray. So it's going to be region-free for the UHD, but the Blu-ray itself is going to be Region A, so keep that in mind. It's a brand new scan from the OCN, 35mm print, with 5.1 surround and a 2.0 stereo mix. We got a brand new audio commentary with film historian Jim Hempel and Kelly Goodner, a 17-minute interview with director Louis Teague, an 11-minute interview with the screenwriter Gary Goldman, a 10-minute interview with Nicholas Caddy, one of the actors in the film, and a 50-minute interview with the writer and film historian Walter Cha on the career of Louis Teague and Navy SEALs. I really wish you would have had Louis Teague's had a really good career, so I would have really liked to see a much longer interview and retrospective on Teague as opposed to just like a 50-minute interview. That being said, it's a good 15 minutes, better than like a meandering like 80 minutes. I'm good with that. Next up is China O'Brien 1 and 2. Again, another 4K release. 4K has become kind of the thing when it comes to these titles now. This is Cynthia Rothrock and some of her best known work when it comes to the stuff from North America. A lot of people like dive towards Cynthia Rothrock stuff that she did in outside of North America, but she did some good stuff here. And China O'Brien 1 and 2 and Lady Dragon 1 and 2 tend to be the ones that are the standouts when it comes to her work. Here we get a 4-disc set. We're going to have 2 4K UHDs and 2 Blu-rays. Blu-rays will be Region A locked. 4Ks, of course, are region free. A new scan from new 4K scan from the 35mm OCN. Brand new commentary on both these with Frank Jang and John Charles. We got a brand new interview with Cynthia Rothrock. Another 33-minute featurette with the actors in the film. We get an 11-minute interview with Melanie Good. We get a 11-minute interview with the casting director, an 11-minute featurette with the composers, and a 40-minute archival making of documentary, as well as a video with Cynthia Rothrock and Richard Norton from her YouTube channel. There's one on her own on there from her YouTube channel. It should be a really good release. That did get a UK release as well, though this one at this point, I'll be honest with you, looks to be, from what I can tell from the features and stuff, the more comprehensive release. There is a couple other titles to look at before we go into the website, and next up is Vinegar Syndrome's Homegrown Horrors Volume 3. This is a box set that deals with regional horror, and it's kind of a gorgeous one, so I'm going to let you guys see it a bit here so we can see the front and back. I love the back here. I love this kind of almost has the look of the God, what's the name of that movie that I love so much? There's a couple of them that actually use that that type of killer. I'll use strip nude for your killer would be one of them though. There we go. We got Haunted Ween. We got a few interesting titles here. So we have Revenge, which is probably the most known one, with Patrick Wayne and John Carradine. We have Haunted Ween, and we have Deadly Love. Now, Deadly Love is by the person that did Moonstalker, which was in a previous box set. It is a 3-disc region-free Blu-ray set, so no matter where you are in the world, you can pick this one up. Newly scanned and restored in 4K from the 60mm camera negatives. Deadly Love is going to be from an inner positive. Includes hours of newly produced extras. We won't know what those are until the site goes live on Thursday night, Friday morning. Exact extras to be announced. Reversible sleeve artworks, and this looks to be a really nice set. This one here is running at, and let me put it in US dollars because I'm in Morocco right now. So $59.99 is what it's going to be. It's sort of like an $89 set normally, but so it'll have a slight discount, but I want to discount like the $50 discount, 50% discount that we see for the regular titles. Let's dive back to the final of the new ones that we know about anyway, and that is Dangerous Game. It is Belfrere. Not one of Belfrere's most lauded films, but an interesting title nonetheless. It's definitely a lot of really uniquely not the greatest people in the world, I guess is the best way to put it, because that's just the way the characters are. This is from their cinematograph line, and which is kind of meant to be sort of like the media book, the German media book style that Vinegar Syndrome is doing. You've had some really interesting titles here, and this is another interesting title. Your mileage on this is going to depend on how much you like this type of film. It is a Region A Blu-ray, newly scanned and restored from a 4K from its 35mm OCM. Then why wouldn't they put it in 4K, you might ask? Well, not everything would benefit from a 4K transfer, and sometimes Blu-ray is the only thing that they can get out. Other times it can be locked behind rights issues. There's numerous interviews with its cast and crew, exact extras to be announced. So it'll be interesting to see, like Harvey Keitel, Madonna. It's an interesting film. It's not one that I would have expected, but I don't hate it. I got to say, I don't hate it. So those are the 4 that we know about. Now, that being said, there are 2 secret titles that we don't know, and as well as 2 Vinegar Syndrome Archive releases. The Vinegar Syndrome Archives are the hard boxes, kind of has a VHS, like a bottom loader type of look to it. They always have a poster. And aside from that, the VSAs this time around will have one that is a 4K release. Now, Vinegar Syndrome Archives have always been Blu-ray releases. We have never gotten a 4K release from Vinegar Syndrome Archive before. So with that being said, let's look at some of the previous Vinegar Syndrome Archive releases before we go into looking at the out of print or the limited editions. So let's look at all those Vinegar Syndrome Archive releases. All these VSAs are, except for this one right here, are long gone. See, most of the time, a VSA release, once it sells out, it sells out. There's no coming back from that. There's no second printing of Alley Cat. There's no extra champagne bullets. There's no getting Action USA or LA Wars, at least from Vinegar Syndrome, or Evil Town, or Savage Harbor, for instance, or the 3-pack for Vice Academy 1 to 3, which I really wish would have put out something for the other ones as well, because I'd like to have 4 to 6. There's 6 Vice Academy films by Rick Sloan, and it's a shame that that only the first 3 have been put out so far. So the first title that is not in a print though yet is Whatever It Takes. Now nowadays, however, it will tell you right there if it is going to be available afterwards or if it's not going to be. So this release will only be available on our website and at participating indie retailers. Absolutely no major retailer will be stocking them. It's limited to 5,000. There may be a standard edition in the future for this release. For all the early VSA releases, that was not a possibility, and they will tell you usually if there's going to be the possibility of a standard release. The fact that this one has one of the first has a possibility of a standard release, and the fact that it's one of the ones that hasn't sold out, that is usually one of the reasons why. I will at the end of here show you a VSU and VSA with a poster so you guys can see exactly what it is that you're going to get. I won't go through all the features on here now, but I will put them right here. If you want to stop and pause the video, you can and look at the features that are in this release. We can see that there's 268 of these left, at least with this here release. I'm going to go into the other ones as well. Next up is Fortress of America. There's 744 of these left. As you can see, there's the front and the back. Usually the poster is double-sided, and that will be one side of the poster, and that will be the other side. Right here again, you can see the features if you want to stop and check them out. Follow that up with Wolfpack, which has over 1,000 left, so I think we're safe with that one, guys. But right here are the features if you want to stop and check it out. You can pause these at any time, by the way, because that's the good thing about a pre-tape video, right? Towns of the Eagles. They did a bunch of these Jaleel Merhi and Billy Blanks, kind of low-budget actioners. They can be a lot of fun, actually. I actually remember renting this one when on VHS back in the day. Ones that say may, but probably not be followed by standard edition. So some of these they're really unsure of. As you can see, the features are right there. It gives you the limited print run of 5,000. There is 943 of these left. Expect No Mercy is one actually that I used to find a lot of fun. So this one is 826. This one's very low budget, by the way. And that are left, there are the features right here. Dive into Red Surf, which has an interesting cast: George Clooney, Doug Savant, Dee Dee Pfeiffer, and Gene Simmons. There's 778 of these left. This is one that actually really does intrigue me, so I am interested in. And the features are there if you need to pause to find them. Cyber Vengeance. I'm going to be honest, Cyber Vengeance, I have to look at it again, but it really didn't interest me much when I first looked at it, though I like some of the actors in it. There's the features, making of there. This is when they started doing different stuff with the VSAs. We got a Masking the Idol. It has over 1,000 left. And there are the features right here as well. Oh, so by the way, Cyber Vengeance, in case I forgot to say, again, over 1,000. Now, Red Sun Rising here is a Diamond Dragon Wilson one. Again, we got over 1,000 left on this one here as well. Has a nice amount of features right there, and you can see them right there if you want to stop and pause and look at them. Comes the first TV movie they ever made it to the VSAs, and that's Moon of the Wolf with David Janssen, of course, from The Fugitive fame, the original series. It's got over 1,000 left. Features again are right here. The first Santo to enter the VSAs is Santo versus Dr. Death. You can see the features here, and it's important to know that it is both in English and Spanish. So I'm guessing we're going to get some nice English subtitling there as well, for people who want to watch it in its original language. And 579 are left for the Santo release. I apologize for not mentioning that before. And over 1,000 are left on the Moon of the Wolf release. Undeclared War has 961 left. Here's the features for this one right here. Ted Bundy by Matthew Bright. I've got to point that out because there's a lot of different Ted Bundy films. Has over 1,000 left. Here are the features right there. Again, this one is loaded up fairly strong with the features. Apologize for the washer in the background. It's washing day. Dog tags here is over 1,000 left. Love the artwork on this one, actually. See the features that are on here. VSAs, it's really interesting when VSA gets a lot of good features because they often don't. Ninja in the Closet of the CIA, I just love that title. Has over 1,000 left. There are the features right there if you want to check them out. With this here, I figured it's a nice way for you to look at these here. Now, the Demon Rat has only 146 left, so that might be one that'll go fairly fast. So I'd say if that's one that you are interested in, you might want to put that into your cart early on during the sale. You can see the features that are here. And this is, of course, Ruben Galando Jr., who did 3 of the more popular titles from Vinegar Syndrome, especially the more popular titles that came from another country. I actually forgot that he did Demon Rat, so that's one that I'm interested in. Eternal Combat is here with over 1,000 left. Again, here are the features right here. This one actually comes with a booklet, something you don't often get with a Vinegar Syndrome VSA. Actually, you rarely do. Next up is Cynthia Rothrock with the Magic Crystal. And he allows Cynthia Rothrock, Richard Norton. It has over 1,000 left. There are the features here as well. Again, we get a booklet with this one too, and there's always a reversible poster, which all these releases will have. Next up, we have A Gun for Jennifer with over 1,000. I like the fact that they're starting to put booklets into these releases. Untold Story 2 follows up. Untold Story 1, I think, was put out by Masker Video, if I remember correctly. It has over 1,000 left in stock, and this here is the features. Then next up is Black Cat 1 and 2. Those are also put out by 80 Films in the UK. I do love this artwork, though, and I think this looks absolutely fantastic. The features are right here. This one comes with a 40-page perfect bound book. Not sure if that works, but especially when VSAs are the way VSAs are done. So it's be interesting to see that one, actually. And last, but definitely not least, at this point is A Man Called Hero with over 1,000. There is the special features for this release. And next we'll dive into the going out of print titles. And we'll see which VSAs are truly going out of print. There are 35 titles in the going out of print section. We'll go through them one at a time. There's a couple of interestingly priced ones that I want to talk about as well that actually my dad mentioned to me during the last video that I was doing. So first off is Amityville, A New Generation is there, and this one has approximately 374 left. This is a fun one too. I actually would recommend this one. Got Tara Quinn on this one, David Naughton, Richard Roundtree, Lynn Shay. Here are the features on this one right here. Amityville Horror: The Evil Escapes was again a TV film, but a really good one. Don't be dissuaded because of that. There's only 271 left, and it started off the whole Amityville Cursed saga that ran for 4 films. There are the features right here as well. This is actually a really good interview with Sandra Stern, so I definitely recommend that. And here's an interesting one. See, it's Beware My Brethren. Now, as you know, Vinegar Cinema will be having titles on for like 50% off. Now, this one only has 25 left. But what's interesting here is that this title right now is down for $10. Its regular price is $32.98. So that would mean at a half price sale, this would be around like $16 to $17. I don't think that's what we're going to get with Beware My Brethren, though. I think it's probably going to stick. I don't think it's going to go to $5. I'd be surprised if it did. I think it's probably going to go to stick at the $10 because this is it normally goes half of the SRP, but it's something to keep track of once the sale on the site goes live. And you'll be able to refer back to this actually if there's any issues. Next up is Beyond Evil, which looks like it's already on already on half off. And it has 932 left on this one right here. Again, here are the features. Good film with John Saxon, Linda Day George, and Michael Dante. My cat is very persistent. Blood Games is one I truly recommend. There's 508 copies of this one left. It's got some really, really great features. The interview with Laura Elbert, the actress in this film that became became the stunt woman, one of the premier stunt women of all time. This is a great film with some great acting, great work in it, and a bit of some change in what I expected it to be. Next up, we have a double feature from Rick Sloan. We got Blood Theater and The Visitants. There is 187 left. Here are the features right here. You can see that we get a commentary track for both of the films, one with Rick Sloan himself. Actually, we got Rick Sloan does commentary on both of the films, but we get an extra commentary track for Blood Theater with Stereo Continues. They do some really great commentary tracks. I do recommend their podcast. There's some great interviews on here as well. Rick Sloan, of course, is probably more famous for Goblins and Vice Academy. So if you like that type of stuff, you're probably going to like these. Next up is Dark Tower. This one got ragged on a lot, but I actually do like this movie. It's got 420 left, and we got the beautiful Jenny Agutter in this one. And who can turn down Jenny Agutter? Come on. There's the features for this one, directed by Freddie Francis and Ken Wiederhorn. So we got the hammer guy and the guy that shockwaves. Deirdre Delilah is down to 149. It's a very fun title. I actually like this film quite a bit. I thought it was a lot of fun to have this film. There are the features right there if you want to check. We follow this up with Decoder, which has 325 copies left. Again, here are the features right here. And yes, that is the WMS Burroughs in this one. Disconnect is one that I really enjoyed. There's 719 of these left. There's like a bonus kind of like short student film they did on here that's really good called 20 Questions. Gorman Bechard is probably best known for Cycles in Love, but I think this is one not to miss out on. Dominique, or as most people know it, VHS was Dominique is dead, or is she? Is down to 717. This is a bit of a little thriller. Almost kind of fits in with like not the exploitation, but probably more like almost kind of the Southern Gothic style of titles. Again, we get the beautiful Jenny Agutter in this one as well, along with Cliff Robertson, Judy Geeson, and Gene Simmons and Simon Ward. There are the features right there. Followed up with Hellmaster. Never one of my favorites, but maybe I haven't watched it in a while, so you never know. It's got 276 left. Looks like we have a theatrical version and a recut version of the film, which I have not seen. Director's commentary for both versions of the film. So that'll be one to look at if you're worried about it going out of stock. Hobgoblins is down to 30. It's a Rick Sloan classic, and I do think Hobgoblins is something that is so fun and cheesy and uniquely different that it does belong in everybody's collection. There are only 30 copies of this left. Look at all the features on this one. This is an earlier Vinegar Syndrome release. So if you're really collecting the early Vinegar Syndrome stuff as well, this is one that you're probably going to want to be looking at and getting into your collection before it goes away. Follows up with a newer one, again, another $10 release. So we got to keep an eye and see what the price is once the sale starts. Last Gasp here is down to 582, or starring Robert Patrick and Joanna Pacula. Features right here. Not a ton of them, but now you get a strong recommendation from me on Malibu High. There's only 250 copies of these left. I know it looks like it's a Porky's or American Pie type of film. It's not. It's more nihilistic than that, more dramatic, but it is a fun, interesting, unique film. You can see the features here. There's quite a few of them. We follow that up with Memorial Valley Massacre, which does have a slipcover still. There's 330 of these left in stock. I had a lot of fun with this one. I remember having this like on one of those like 50 movie sets, but in really crappy quality. So this is gonna be a revelation if you've only seen it in that quality. Anything with William Smith, Cameron Mitchell, you gotta have, man. Follow that up with the Mountaintop Motel Massacre. There are only 19 of these left. So if you're a slasher fan and you want to get like, you want to grab this one, this is going to be your last time to get it. And I would definitely keep an eye on this title right here. This was one of the big ones out in the Anchor Bay era when Anchor Bay was putting out a lot of these here titles. This was one of the kind of popular, kind of found its cult following around that point. It's an 83 slasher, so if you like slashers around the time period, again, there are only 19 of those left. Followed up with Old Dracula, which only has 7 copies left. I do love this film. I'm a massive David Niven fan, and I think this is cheesy. It's fun. We got Teresa Graves in this one as well. Here are the features right here. And again, I'm going to say, hopefully, there's some still available by the time this goes, because these might sell out before. It is Monday, Wednesday, the site goes down, but just in case, keep an eye out. If you want Old Dracula and you're looking at this after the site's gone down, check right away once the site goes live, because those new titles are going to stay there, but these older titles will not. Part of the really interesting, beautifully like shot and unusual, strange, but good vampire film, Pale Blood. I really like this one. 708 copies of this one left. We got George Chakiris and Wings Hauser in this one, as well as Darcy DeMoss. You can see the features right there. We did get an interview with Darcy DeMoss as well. Well, a lot of you guys are going to know her from, of course, Friday the 13th. And again, it is 708 copies. We come next to Pandemonium, which has 574 copies. This is kind of this is a comedy horror, much in the lane of Student Bodies, or more so probably like National Lampoon's Class Reunion, is what I would kind of compare it to. It is by Alfred Soul, the guy that brought you Communion or Holy Terror or Alice Sweet Alice. It's all the same movie, just 3 different titles. It's had a great cast. I do think it's one that you got to be in the right mood and mindset for it. Tommy Smothers is in this from the Smothers Brothers. Pee Wee Herman, Paul Rubens is here. Judge Reinhold, Tab Hunter, Carol Kane, Phil Hartman. Just an incredible cast of characters. Here are here's the features for this one right here. And once more, it is 574 copies. It has gorgeous artwork for that. And unfortunately, the slip is gone, but it was a really good one. Paul Schrader's Patty Hearst is the next title. Again, it's another one to really keep an eye on. There's only 41 copies of this one left. A very different film from Vinegar Syndrome, but they took a real chance when they started to put out titles like this. And I think it's really, really good. It is Interesting one. We get an interview with Paul Schrader here as well. 2K restoration from 35 millimeter interpositive. A wonderful film, by the way. Natasha Richardson, William Forsythe, Ving Rhames, Francis Fisher, Jodie Long. Just an incredible film that I do recommend. Followed up with Penitentiary 2, which of course has Leon Ozzie-Kendi and Mr. T, and Ernie Hudson actually taking over the role of the bad guy. He's recasted from the first film. It's by director Jama Banaka. There is 264 copies left. And we can see the features down here. It's a favorite of mine, and I definitely do recommend it. Perfect Strangers is a Larry Cohen film, and I will recommend anything done by Larry Cohen. There's 175 copies of this one left. You can see here the cast. We can see that done in '84. You can see the features. And again, when it's something like this, down to to low numbers like 7 or 40 or even to 175, you really want to keep an eye on it, because titles like this can actually go to print very quickly during a sale. A lot of people come in for the first time during a sale, and they'll be picking up stuff, getting excited and picking up stuff that because they've never seen it or wasn't aware that it was available to buy. Play Dead has 444 left. This is a fun one. Von Carlo. I actually really like this one. So definitely worth checking out. A fun little release. 444 left. Again, right there. There's the special features. You want to pause it to look at that as well. And let's look at the limited editions next. I'll sort the limited editions here by old to new, and that way we'll get a better idea of what there is. There's 160, so we'll go through these a little quicker than we did the other ones. I'll stop only for ones that I really am recommending. Sugar Cookie is down to 539. Again, there are the features if you want to stop for that. Graduation Day is down to 600. This is with the limited edition slip. Now, these are ones that are limited edition. They are not necessarily going out of print unless it's in the out of print section. There are the features right there. Frightmare has 252 left, and that, of course, is with the limited edition slip again. This is not out of print. The Bees, great little title. There are over 1,000 left because of the, obviously it's a new slipcover for it. Hangspun Nothing has 543 left. Etiquette Pictures was one of the early sublabels. I think the first sublabel that Vinegar Syndrome ever did. And they pretty much gave up on it around, I think it was 4 or 5 titles in. This is the last available title, and it's a surfing documentary. It's never sold really well. One of these days, this is going to be out of print, and people are going to be looking for it. Right now, it is where it is right now. I've already looked at Perfect Strangers, so we'll go on to 11th Commandment, which has 352 left. And for those that want to know, there are the features right there. Next up are the Angel Trilogy, which was originally available in a box set. Then they did the limited edition slips. 227 of the first one. 475 of Avenging Angel. And 527 of Angel 3, the final chapter. Which really wasn't, because there was kind of a fourth one that was done. It was more for a TV Showtime release. We already looked at More Valley Massacre, so don't need to look at that one again. And Dark Tower, but we will go to Hitcher in the Dark next. This has 606 left of on this one here. Again, there's the Sam D and Kat Ellinger commentary, so that's going to be a good one. Followed up with the first box set on this list here, which is Forgotten Jolly Volume 3. This volume is down to 76. The 3 titles on this one are Autopsy with Mimsy Farmer, Ray Lovelock, Murder Mansion with Evelyn Stewart. I'll just stop for a second so you guys see the features as we go through. And Crazy Desires of a Murder. features out there, and I would definitely recommend this one. It is a great box set. I do own that one. Next up is Death Promise. There is 288 of those left. We've already seen Last Gasp, but let's look at Rush Week, which is down to 273. Things that are down this low, I always say keep an eye on them, because if something adjacent to Rush Week comes out, like if another slasher or something like that comes out, it may be something that suddenly sells well. So just keep an eye on those. Six String Samurai has been, this is what a VSU looks like, by the way. But this one is they're kind of one of their worst sellers when it comes to the VSU. I think it was a bit of a mistake for this one here. A lot of features on this one. So if you are a fan of this film, then again, it is over 1,000. Yeah. Televised Terror is a great box set. There's 814 left. There's 3 TV terror films here. Are You in the House Alone? It's not a slasher film. It's a thriller. Know that going in, because people went in thinking Are You in the House Alone was a slasher movie and were disappointed. But once they realized what it is, they actually had fun with it. Great cast too. Kathleen Beller's in this one. Britt Danner's in it. Dennis Quaid's in the movie. There's the features right there. Then we get Counter Girl Murders with a young Sharon Stone. Robert Culp we got in this one as well. It stars Tom Skerritt. And again, there are the features for that one right there. And the third one, Child Night, is kind of like a TV giallo type film with JoBeth Williams, Tom Skerritt, Elijah Woods, Susan Hubley, and Darren McGavin. For me, it's, aside from Are You in the House Alone, this is probably one of the gems of the set. And for those that ask again, it is 814. I'm not a fan of this one. There's over 1,000 left. It has Treasure of the Amazon, The Bermuda Triangle, and Cyclone by Renaud Cardona Jr. the third. If you're a fan, I'll just really slowly put that there if you want to stop anywhere. But they weren't really my style. And I don't like the animal cruelty stuff as well. Alien from LA has 796 one left. This is Albert Pion Classic, actually. Features right there. Through the Fire is still over 1,000, so I'll just let you see the features. But I always say if you're getting things like looking sale-wise and stuff, 257 for The Lamp, aka The Outing. Some of you guys are going to know this from when Scream Factory released this on DVD. Killer's Delight's a really fun little title. It's over 1,000 left of these, so I won't belabor this one, but they're the features as well. Terminal Island, again over 1,000. So I won't be stopping to spend any time on anything that's in the over 1,000 range. Again, over 1,000 for Tough Guys Don't Dance. I will stop long enough for you to see put the features up on the screen. Over 1,000 for Girls School Screamers. $253 for Annie Lee's Meat Pies. Which is an interesting little title. Karen Black, Pat Morita, Michael Berryman, Terry Weigel, who is in this, but don't expect to see this is not one for nudity, so it's not as sleazy as it looks. But that doesn't mean it's without its merit. As you can see, Whatever It Takes, right to look at. Shallow Grave is here. There's 712 left on this one. This is a really good title, actually. Next up is Resurrection. 163 left on this one right here. This one does have a gorgeous slipcover to it. There are the features right there. Devil's Story is still over 1,000, so I'll just quickly show you the features on that one. Blades is at 763. That's been gaining a bit of a following, more of a cult following even than it had before, thanks to Vinegar Syndrome. And even I'm getting a begrudging love for the film. Flesh for Frankenstein is over 1,000. This is always one that I recommend if you're a 3D 4K fanatic. Feature-wise, obviously, it's going to be loaded. Nothing underneath. Two Beautiful Dies are a really good one. It's a double feature Giallo, both set in kind of in the fashion industry. 626. It is a region-free 2-disc Blu-ray set. I haven't been saying like whether they've been region-free or not all through, but if you look when I stop for the features part, you can usually see that. Laughing Dead again is over 1,000, so I won't like belabor this one as well. So anything you're curious about, whether knowing like the features and whether it's region free or not, usually shows up if you want to pause for on each individual title. 141 left for Ticks, which is a kind of a really fun 4K release with a limited edition slipcover. Really well done. A lot of features on this one right here. Next up is Camille Keaton Italy box set. I love this one. It's over 1,000 left on this one. Feature-wise, that's features for Madeline, features for Tragic Ceremony, and features for Sex of the Witch. For that 10 extra minutes of long enough sex scenes. We got Trauma here, Dario Argento, first Argento that they put out. It is over 1,000. Feature-wise, again, it's loaded. Ebola Syndrome, again, not one that I like, but if you're a Category 3 fan, you're going to love it. But if you're not a Category 3 fan, I'd say steer clear. 983 are left. Creature has over 1,000 left. Just go down here so you can see the feature and the region. Steel and Lace is a really good one. Again, over 1,000 left on this one. Again, I'm stopping it here to show you guys the features and the region. Curfew has over 1,000 left. Again, and that one as stars Carl Richards from from the original Halloween and from the newer Halloween films. She played Lindsay Wallace. Master World was never a favorite of mine. Over 1,000 left though if you want this one. And there you can see this one is region free. Now Forgotten Jelly, Volume 4 is here as well. Over 1,000 of these are left though, unlike the 70 that Volume 3 has. This one has Arabella Black Angel. There are the features and the region. As you can see, it's region free. Killer is Still Among Us, features and region. And Sister of Ursula, features and region. Again, each of these here are the sleazier of the Jellos, but interesting nonetheless. We already looked at Fortress of America. But here's the 4K for our Madman. It has 719 left. See the features right here. I was not a fan of this one, but okay, there it is. Scare 61st is a Vinegar Syndrome Pictures release, so it's a newer film. 985. That's a pass for me, but I'm not here to judge. I'm going to show you guys. Sister has 708 left. A nice, good Southern Gothic film. Where Children at Play is here. It's got over 1,000 left on this one, so we'll just go quickly for that one. Wolfpack we've seen. Reform School Girls we haven't, so 211 are left for this one with the limited edition slip. Again, features and region. And of course, for these ones, I'm showing now they're limited edition ones. If they're not crossing over with out of print, they're not going out of print. The limited edition slip cover is going to be gone. This one here is Hard Rock Zombies Slaughterhouse Rock. There's 248 of these left. And you can see feature and region. Always be careful, like Hard Rock Zombies is region free. Slaughterhouse Rock is region A. Alien Private Eyes here. 570 of these are left. See the features and region on this one as well. Flesh Eater 4K, directed by Bill Heinzman, of course, a zombie from Living Dead. 436 left. A lot of features on that one. Thriller, Cruel Picture. 255 are left for this one right here. Again, there we go. The so far only Vinegar Syndrome Driving Classics that they put out, driving like double feature they put out is Horror High and Stanley. Over 1,000 left on those. There are the extras right there. Scared to Death, over 1,000. So we just go to the extras. Voyage of the Rock Aliens, over 1,000. Or cast them though. Shriek the Mutilate, I think, is over 1,000 as well. So we'll just go down right down to the features. Righting Wrongs is here, and there is 693. So it's Cynthia Rothrock film with the. Well, it's Young Bo, but Cynthia Rothrock's got a big part in it. So is Karen Shepard. You can see how much is on this one right here. I would recommend that one, by the way. Guns and Guts, Hot Snake, double feature here. Over 1,000 left. Forgotten Jolly, Volume 5, over 1,000 left. Has White Dress for Marielle. Tropical Cancer. 9 Guests for a Crime. Birds 2 is still over 1,000. Oh, you saw Masking the Auto, so don't need to check that one out. Mutant Hunt, we haven't though, so this one has over 1,000 though, so we'll just go right down to the features and region. Have Buried Alive here, one of the many films called Buried Alive. It has 658 left. Iceman Comet is still over 1,000. Good title too. There are the features on this one. Next up is Blood Delirium. That's over 1,000 left. There are the features here as well. Next up is A Werewolf vs. Vampire Women, a Panashi classic. It has 561 left. It's a 4K release. There are the, of course, the features and region on this one as well. There's the Homegrown Horrors Volume 2. If you want to pick up the second volume, to go with the third volume that's coming out if you haven't got it. See, there's Moonstalker, the one. There's a film from the director in the third volume as well, in case you want to start collecting those. Dead Girls. And Hanging Heart. Volume 2 on of this one here, the original horror set, dealt with slasher films. Burning Paradise is over 1,000, so we'll just go right down to the Evil Laugh is over 1,000, so such a weird little like slasher film Evil Laugh is. This is the Blu-ray. We looked at the 4K of Thriller, Cruel Picture. The Blu-ray is over 1,000. One here again is over 1,000. And there's the features. Frostbiter. Wrath of the Wendigo is over 1,000. Hong Kong, Made in Hong Kong, Volume 1 is at 103. This is a very interesting one, especially for these 3 films. Comes with a 40-page perfectly bound book too. We get the Demon's Baby, Erotic Nightmare, and Deadly Camp. Features right there. Is a region-free set. This is a Vinegar Syndrome Ultra release, one that is still available. It has over 1,000. This is one of the Vinegar Syndrome Labs, one of the new sub-labels that they've done. And Karuku, Beasts of the Amazon. There's over 1,000 left on this one. Saj Prowler Murders, again over 1,000. This is the 4K release of that one. Biozombie has over 1,000 left. Evansville Terror, over 1,000 left. Goodbye 20th Century, over 1,000 left. You can see I'm going through these pretty quickly now because, you know, a lot of these are going to be over 1,000. I'll point out the ones that aren't. Mexican Gothic is down to 990. Last one has reached under 1,000. Got Poison for the Fairies, Darker Than Night, Rapina. Primal Rage 4K is still over 1,000. Curse of the Blue Lights is over 1,000. Five Women for the Killer is still over 1,000. Location of Terror 1 and 2 is over 1,000. Cat Creeps, another Vinegar Syndrome Labs release, is at 789. This is one that I'm kind of interested in. I like these Universal Picture releases. Night Screams is at 593. If you're a slasher fan, you might want to keep an eye on this one. Psycho Girls is over 1,000. Delirium is at 809. Terror at 10 Killer is still over 1,000. Surprising with that cover, actually. The second Corona collection is definitely over 1,000. And it's Beaks the Movie, Under Siege, La Casa de Noche, and SOS Conspiracy Bikini. Got over 1,000 here. Always feel free to pause when you're watching this if you want to check out the features or check out the region. Vinegar Syndrome Amazon Jail 1 and 2, again, over 1,000. Love the cover, though. Castes Paradiso, over 1,000 for this one as well. Ghost Nursing is going to be over 1,000. Now, anything that came out in 2024 will not be on sale. Only the 2023 release as well. Chris the Screaming Dead is going to be over 1,000. We're so good so far with most of these releases are all in 2023, by the way. Evil Judgment. Arnold. All these here over 1,000, by the way. Films Enrique Gomez Vadillo is over 1,000. Put it right there in case you want to pause it to read what the films are and features. Daryl, another Vinegar multi release, is still over 1,000. Good title too. I used to like this movie when I was a kid. Prophecy 1 to 3, the first 3 Prophecy films here. Again, over 1,000. Their big box set last year, the Vinegar Syndrome Lost Picture Show, is still over 1,000. Just give you an idea how big the set is. Right there. Includes books and a documentary. It's a 6-disc set for, I think, 11 or 12 films. Next up is Fatal Games. Again, over 1,000 for this one as well. Mother's Day here, over 1,000. I always thought it's a charm release with so many features on it. Rabbit Granny's here is over 1,000. Bloodsucking Freaks is over 1,000. Mark the Devil is over 1,000. All right, see Magic Crystal. West Trilogy here is over 2,000, so you're very safe with this one. Actually, I forgot they put it in the black brown. Early Chris McDonald release. Over 1,000 on this one here as well. Linnea Quigley's got a small part in this too. A Gun for Jennifer. Again, we looked at this release already, so let me look at this one again. The Gasser ones are kind of their shot on video label that they're doing now. 1,598, so you're very safe with this one. Again, it's region free, and there's all the features. Santet 1 and 2, over 1,000. Forgotten Jolly Volume 6, over 1,000, and 3 films are Death Carries Cain, Naked You Die, and The Bloodstained Shadow. There's Horrible Dr. Hitchcock right there. Again, over 1,000. But I'll look at Southern Comfort last. Again, over 1,000. But the other releases here, I'm pretty sure, are not going to be on sale. But I will not go into each one of them, but I will go down through. See Little Darlings. We're checking that Cinematograph one. Again, over 2,000, so we're safe with that. That's a good way to look at these and see the prices of what they are now, as opposed to the prices that they're going to be once the sale starts. So next up, we're going to be looking at the partner label releases. There are 25 and then going into print partner label releases. Please understand that going into print means going into print for Vinegar Syndrome. Titles like Deaf Crocodile are moving to another company that's going to distribute them, so they will be available through Diabolic DVD. But if you want to get them through Vinegar Syndrome and get them for the sale prices, then now is a good time to do so. Kinda is down to 733. Bubble Bath is at 340. See, I'm going through these pretty quickly now to show you guys the amounts and the features. The tune is at 271. Manny's bathtub is at 626. Once Upon a Time Uganda is at 1,565. Graveyard Alive is at 344. The Adam Rifkin Film Festival is at 1,663. Full Moon Trilogy is at 815. That's not the company. Time of Roses is at 671. Assassin of Desire is at 610. Flesh Merchant. Look at that one too. It's already at $15. So keep an eye on those prices. It's at 562. Son of the Stars is at 186. Solomon King is at 670. Death Magic is at 427. The Rainbow Buys, Canadian National Pictures at 779. Love this cover. Viva Erotica is at 728. Streets of Death is at 118. Out of Order is at 213. Night River is at 984. That does have the slip. Game of Survival is at 688. Video Murders is at 822. The American Scream at $10, by the way. It's at 351. It's weird. It went to $10 when you go there. When I go in here, it's at 15. So I'm guessing it's 15 for limited edition. $10 for the slip, without slip. This could explain the difference in the pricing, by the way, with those $10 prices. Death Space Mission is at 113. Unknown Man of Shandagar is at 68. So keep an eye on that one if you want that one. The Smut Without Smut is at 664. And there we go with the out of print partner label releases. We'll finish off by showing you a couple of the Vinegar Syndrome different types of releases. I won't do the partner labels right now, the other ones. I just want to do the out of print ones. I figured that would be the most important ones to know for this time. This is a Vinegar Syndrome Ultra release if you're looking at the new Navy SEALs one. It is a fairly thick hardbox release. It has this here, and it comes with a magnetic clasp. There is artwork on the inside. It comes with its very own limited edition slip cover. This one's out of print. You can buy it with the slip cover. At the box. See that work on here. There'll be more on the inside. Releases like this usually have at least a 4K and 1 to 2 Blu-rays, usually minimum. But I won't just stop there. That release will also come with a 40-page perfect bound book. Could be artwork on the interior as well. And they're very nice looking releases. I do think the quality on these are extremely well done. Next up is a Vinegar Syndrome archive release. I promise to show you one of those. So here we go. This is Sworn to Justice. It's Cynthia Rothrock. The only movie she did nudity in, actually. The case itself will have a hard box. It will slide like this. Be careful when you're sliding in and out because you can tend to snag it. So most times the Blu-ray release. This time, however, will be the first ever 4K VSA release. Each of them includes, a lot of them include booklets too. This one didn't. But what this does include is a poster, so we'll show you that. You get to see the size of the poster and the idea of what you're getting. So you can see it is a fairly large poster here, and it is double-sided. Each VSA release comes with a poster. Some of the newer ones come with a poster and a booklet. One even comes with a 40-page perfect bound book, which intrigues me, actually. Another type of release I'm going to show you was one of their box sets. And since there's a couple of them that are going to be on sale, I thought I'd show you Forgotten Jolly. This is volume 2. This one is out of print. So if you buy this one now, you would get a standard regular Blu-ray case with just like 3 Blu-rays on it. But this is the new ones that are not out of print. The limited edition ones will look like this. It'll slide up. And inside there will be 3 films. Each of these films have reversible artwork. So there you go. Hopefully that's a bit of help for the upcoming sale. I will see you here on Thursday night for the Friday morning for the upcoming sale. I'll be here live doing a live video for the unveiling of those surprise secret titles. See what that VSA 4K is, and so much more to look at. Hopefully you enjoy this. Hopefully you're able to take this, and even if you need to, like me, just go through the different releases, go through, see which ones you want, see what you're looking for. We went through a lot of titles here, out of prints, the newer stuff. Just remember, it is going to be going live. I'll put that up here one more time. So the sale itself will be going live at May 24th, 12:01 a.m. EDT. So I will be live then, even though it's going to be like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning my way. 50% off the SRP, so that's the standard suggested retail price. I'll show you that in a second. They'll be unveiling 2 secret Vinegar Syndrome releases, 2 brand new Vinegar Syndrome archive releases, a new DeGosser video one, I forgot to mention that as well, 2 variant slipcovers, new merch, and more. Every title, Vinegar Syndrome sublabel, part label, with a release date prior to January 2024 will be discounted off the SRP. Titles with release dates beginning in 2024 will not be discounted. Special note, certain VSU and VSP releases, merch, clothing, and a few older partner label titles currently under distribution by another company may not be discounted. So that may be the reason we're getting the different pricing for a couple of the going out of print ones. If you've already pre-ordered during that flash pre-order event, please don't order it again. That order is already there, and you're just going to be adding stuff to your existing order. Shipping will be $6 standard and $12 for the deluxe. Had to answer the phone. Do apologize for that. Standard shipping is $6 USPS. That's in the United States. $12 deluxe for USPS Priority or FedEx shipping. Canadian is $12. DHL Express Worldwide. International shipping is $20. DHL Express Worldwide. Unless, of course, you did that pre-order where your shipping is already free. So you're just going to be adding to existing order. Things will ship out beginning on Wednesday, May 29th. Of course, subscribers will ship first because they're paying the big bucks. Flash pre-orders will ship right after the subscribers, and then everybody else will be shipped then in that order as they get them. Around 3 to 4 weeks, depending on the length of time, the amount that they basically and the amount of sales that they have, because year after year these sales have gotten bigger and bigger, and that is something to keep in mind. So understand that you're probably not gonna, unless you're really lucky, you're not gonna get yours within the same week or the next week, but the wait will definitely 100% be worth it. So I want to thank you all for joining me today. My name is Aaron. If this is your first time in the Call to Cinema, then welcome to the Call to Cinema. This is a video that I want to do specifically for the channel to make sure that everybody were able to fill out their list of Vinegar Syndrome titles. We looked at the limited editions. There were a couple of others that I wanted to highlight before we went off. So we'll do that really quickly right now. Well, let's go to the merch and look at the books and comics, because these tend to go really quickly. As you can see, sold out here already. Hard Case Crime, Gone Honey, Blood paperback comic book. Sweet as Sue, an unapologetic guide to child kills in films. A really good one, actually. There's a hardcover of that right there. Nicolas Cage, The Maniac 2, a comic book, 4-issue hard case comic collection. Whole bunch of like books that they put out as well. Keep an eye out for in the merch store. They're doing a lot with the books recently, and books too go to print the same as anything else. This one here, luckily, is still over 1,000 left. Only 3 left for this one right here, by the way, if you're interested in getting that one. As always, when I show at the beginning of this video, before I purposely didn't sit down right away so you can see the shirt I was wearing, which was a faded black limited edition one that was only available during sale. As always, you should have some cases and slipcover protectors. There's always new shirts to become available during the sale shirts. We got some hoodies right there. I would love to have a Vinegar Syndrome shirt, by the way. So there's always the option to get a gift card. Say you want to get something for someone for Christmas, for a birthday, for one of your favorite YouTube creators, then that's always a possibility right there. They do have like CD soundtracks. They have posters. They have limited edition VHS. You can see how quickly some of these sell. And they are pretty limited edition as well. You'll see this one here has only 24 left. Gives you an idea of their VHS release. Truly a collector's edition. Proper widescreen VHS of New York Ninja. The yellow variant has 30 left. Purple variant is out of stock. And the red variant is out of stock. So you still can get the yellow variant on the VHS if you want it, but all the rest of them are already gone. With that being said, I want to thank you all for joining me here today. Hopefully you found something new that you loved and found something that you wanted to get during the sale. I'll see you next time right here in the Cult of Cinema. And to Again, to show my love of vinegar syndrome and this, how long I've been doing this. Again, here's my special vinegar syndrome intro day, just to show you how many years I've been doing this.